Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl again, Blessing. I'm a mommy vlogger based here in Malaysia. If you're new to my channel, you're very much welcome. Please pardon my background. Like I said in my previous video, I'm preparing to relocate back to Nigeria. So I have my logo, my country, Ghana Must Go logo there. So that's not why we are here. I promise you guys, I'm not going to bore you with my story. Just in case you've seen my last video, I was trying to tell you guys why I left YouTube for a very long time. When I mean a long time, I mean a period of 9 months going to a year. Because why? I started a new business. So I told you guys I'll make a video to let you guys know what happened, why I left my business, and why I'm relocating back to Nigeria. We'll start with, like I was saying, we'll talk about the business, why I quit my business that I started and put a lot of money under 2 years. Like, why did I quit the business in 2 years? First of all, I'm going to start with, don't judge me, because I live here in Malaysia and there is no work for foreigners. Like, literally, foreigners cannot work in Malaysia. Not like foreigners cannot work, let me just emphasize it on Nigerians cannot work. So therefore, if your husband live in Malaysia or your wife or family member live here, they either do business or they just go to school and stay at home. And in my case, I was already a mom of two. In my case, I was already a mom of two. So I felt like it's easy for me to do business so that I can be able to assist or raise something, not just stay at home, not really assisting, but just not stay at home kind of situation. So I had this business which somebody was running before, and I decided to invest my money in it. So here in Malaysia, if you're a foreigner, you cannot really rent a shop or you cannot really run business like that because it's not your country. Unlike Nigeria, that you can just go and look for a shop, pay for it, buy whatever you want to sell and start selling. Here in Malaysia, it's not like that. Being a foreigner, for them to give you space, when I mean space, I mean shop space or renting a shop space, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's not house rent. It's more even expensive, like ×3 of your house rent, if not even ×4 of your house rent. So you can imagine doing business here is not cheap. You want to ask, what of those that buy in bulk from Nigeria and send it here? Yes, they do like wholesaler. So they buy it in millions of naira. When I mean millions, I literally mean millions of naira, okay? Millions of naira, and they bring it here. They put it in a warehouse, which they rent a space. Like, there is a store space, a warehouse space. They rent a warehouse or a shop space where people don't really sell things, just that's where people keep things, like where Chinese people offload their goods. And their warehouse space is still the same thing as warehouse space though. They keep it there. They look for retailers, people who own shop, people who sell one at like 111. So they resell to those people. Like, you can come and buy the quantity you want to buy, then I can sell to another person, I can sell to another, like a maid distributor. Like, they buy wholesale from Nigeria, they sell for you wholesale price. Not really wholesale price, because they must have double it ×2 or ×3 before they are selling to you. That's it. But in my case, I was a retailer. I buy in Nigeria, I bring here, then I resell as retailer, like, because I have a shop, so I can't literally sell to you as wholesale. I want to make more profit from it. Aside from making more profit, I didn't know much people to sell to at the time. I was just starting up. I just felt like, okay, I had the money to do this business at the time, so I felt like putting the money into the business. But along the line, I started learning about the business, doing it. And my baby was very young when I started this business. I think my boy was around 3-4 months at the time. Just in case if you don't know, I'm a mom of 2 kids here in Malaysia, a boy and a girl. So my boy was around 4 months. So I was still battling, although my house was very close to my business place, so it was quite easy for me until I moved to a very far distance. Then at the time, I had a worker who already understand the business, who was already doing the business with the previous person before, who was occupying the space where I now rent. So the worker was kind of carrying me through, putting me through on how this is measured by scale, by quantity, just like that. So I was moving with the flow. But at some point, I realized that because I don't really understand this business very well before I had a worker, it was kind of difficult for me. When I mean difficult, I mean my funds that I was putting into this business, I wasn't seeing it. Like, I can buy goods of over 5 million naira. I can't flip it. Do you understand? I can't flip it. You always see them have money and you are like, is it from this business that the whole thing, see, moral of this video is, when you want to go into business, try by every means possible, try to be able to understand this business, study it before you go into it, or have somebody to work with you. Because these people, they might pretend to be working with you, but they are not really working with you. They are working for themselves. Because fast forward to the point that Anna asked this my worker, please, I want to really understand what's going with my business. I don't mind if you maybe, I will not be paying you salary for the next few months. He didn't bother. He was willing to stay regardless I was not paying him salary. I didn't get the red flag, but my husband did, because he was trying to ask me, like, how can you tell me somebody you are not paying salary just want to remain there? I felt like, oh, maybe the person just like my kids, like to be around us. But in another video, I'll end this video here. Let me not bore you with it. In another video, I'm going to explain to you how much I put into this business in total, and how I find out that this person was extorting me, like literally extorting me. Long story short, I later closed down the business after a year and almost 2 years, like 2 months to 2 years. I closed down the business and I came back to my house. Like, my dear, doing business abroad, you got to be strong. That's what I can say. I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, love you guys.